Hello and welcome back to another vlog, another reading of a poem that I have written recently. Oh, well, at the time of recording, I've obviously written it recently. If you're watching this years later, then I wrote it years ago, clearly. Anyway, this one comes from a holiday that I went on recently. We took my kids, me and my wife and my kids, we met a friend, some friends with their kids who are around the same age. We went walking in the Lake District. We quite like walking as a family. It gives you lots of fresh air and makes you feel better, and you see lots of great things on walks. And a lot of funny things happened on this walk, or maybe stereotypical sort of walking things. And it inspired me to write a poem. Now, I've tried to write this poem a little bit more like a classical poet, but with a slightly modern twist. I'm hoping that comes out in it. And a lot of things in the poem happened during this sort of, it was about 5 or 6 days of walking in a holiday. But also these things happen regularly on walks that we go on. So hopefully you will relate to that because you will have been on walks yourself and you will have done some of these things. Yeah, and hopefully you will kind of get the gist of it, and it sounds good, which is the main thing about poetry, in my opinion. It can make you think, but it sounds good. That's the best thing. So this is A Long Walk in the Country. Along paths not often trod, explorers come to challenge themselves, not for glory, but to measure endurance, and seek beauty in the world of nature. Stone-strewn ways make winding paths that rise and fall like the plight of man. At times a smooth and easy road, others a scramble, eyes only for the goal. Through pages of information, instructions are set and time is stated. Distance given to help us brag. In truth, these words and letters do not matter, for the adventure is more important. And if we turn from the stated path through choice or fault of the designated leader, it is not the world's end, but adds to the story we will tell, both when we finish and on similar journeys. Oftentimes it is these mistakes that make for the most amazing discoveries and tales of pure joy and wonder. For now, until the end of our days, we will laugh, even if angry at the present time. So onward we waltz through landscapes aplenty, from deep within the wooded land to rolling hills of grass and ground, near water tumbling over ancient rocks and boggy marshes that never drain, up hill and down dale, round coastal paths over dropping cliffs, and sandy beaches that fill our boots. We scramble up scree and thank those above when the land flattens, but what results await when we rise up. Beautiful forests that we now tower over, and serene lakes that watch the world pass by. The sounds of chirrups and chirps and tweets play a symphony to power us on our way. Every gaze upon the ground or log or foliage, a wondrous discovery can be made. Tiny creatures go about their day, dancing as if making a show just for us. Many are their types and colours and purpose, so much so we cannot name them all. But whence a new variety's seen, we all call our kin to become investigators, pioneers of a science long since discovered. Guess what makes each species unique? If signal is available, our curiosity answered. If not, we can only wonder what we behold, hoping to remember the encounter whence home. Nature doth provide a bounty true, but also we bring our own along. About halfway through, searching for shapes of branch or bank or wall or field that resemble the comforts of our homes, where we can sit and chat and think, unpacking bags and producing a feast that would be fit for a king or queen if they had just visited the local shop. For this brief moment, directions matter not, nor do the rigours of work or school, but for one tiny moment we are free to enjoy life's bounty. Then again we can be on our way. Is this a path I see before me? Or is it a shrub, just dense foliage, blocking the one true way? Now I trample across wet rocks, but is this the route, or actually a stream? Though our feet are covered in fetid water from muddy traps nature leaves, and our skin burns from the fires above, we will never forget our true goal and the prize that awaits, be it glory, honour, or a sugary treat. And so we stride on past the vivid greens and dull browns of Goliath monuments that stood the test of time. What stories would they speak, if not only branch but tongue they held? Between the sea of leaves doth sprout a colour here and there another. Though no Latin name comes to mind, we can guess or make up what they are called. Yet a smell hath no name or description, but conjures up a feeling of joy that harks back to simpler days, If luck be on our side, then a striped insect moves from petal to petal, letting us know life will go on. And when the aches and pains rear up, we can halt the expedition, a babbling brook, a crossing between two worlds, a place to stop and bathe weary feet, or a spot of sport through skimming stones. Yet at times our way is not clearly marked, and journeying through other lands is a must. But are we on a way-marked path, or merely trespassers in another's kingdom? Not that humans really own the landscape, for beasts of burden and fluffy clouds with legs graze and run and rear their young, in fields no man can really lay claim to. Whence we enter their fiefdoms, either they run, scared as if we are dangerous invaders, or confront us and hamper our way forward. The latter we tell to other men, as if walking past a herd of bovine is similar to rescuing a loved one from burning buildings. When we finally descend into the comfort of snug cushion, pub seat or fragrant bath, and though our legs ache with weary joy while we scratch at lumps and cuts from sharp spines or blasted beasts, we can smile, relax, and rejoice that the journey, not destination, has made our soul a more sacred place. And there we go. That's a long walk in the country. Hopefully, like I said, if you do walk, you get the ideas, you get the sort of the imagery that I've put up there and the feelings of, that if you've gone for a long walk, it might be tiring and frustrating at times. You're like, oh, when are we going to go home? But once you've done it, you feel good in yourself. This is more about running, but when a quote I like this that I heard someone say about running was, a bad run is better than no run at all. And I think it's the same with walking. A bad walk is better than not going on a walk. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed that. Hopefully it will inspire you a bit to get out and walk and see the sights and sounds of the world and of nature and things like that. And yeah, the last thing to say is if you do enjoy my stuff, you can like, you can subscribe, you can comment. There's links, or a link at least down below, to my poetry collection on Wattpad called Bad Poetry You Probably Never Want to Read. There's lots more of my poetry on there. You can read, you can look at, again, you can like and star and comment on the stuff. But yeah, just thanks for listening and have a wonderful day. Bye.